Hello everyone and welcome back to the SteemTrail Gaming News. Today is the 25th of April 2018. My name is Kralizec and I will be your host for the evening. Today we got two stories for you guys. First, we're going to talk about the fact that loot boxes are now banned in Belgium. And secondly, we're going to take a look at the fact that Microsoft is now being accused of patent infringement. But let's begin with loot boxes and Belgium. And I gotta say, thank God for this. So loot boxes are now illegal in Belgium and they want them removed from games. This comes only a few days after an investigation in the Netherlands, which, if you don't know, is a neighboring country to Belgium, and where a few of the loot boxes, or more specific, loot boxes that contain items that could be traded for real money, were declared illegal. Now, Belgium has decided to follow in the footsteps of the Netherlands, but they need to be better than them, so they decided just to call loot boxes illegal completely, and they are asking for them to be removed. The Belgian Gaming Commission actually investigated a few games that are well known for the use of loot boxes. Some of the games that were in this investigation are games like Overwatch, FIFA 18, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, or Star Wars Battlefront 2. Interestingly enough, you may know that it was Battlefront 2 that actually sparked all of this whole loot box controversy. It has been actually going on for almost half a year at this point. That's just completely insane. Interestingly enough, Star Wars Battlefront 2 was actually found not to be, well, guilty, because at the time of the investigation, there were no loot boxes in the game. But the rest of the titles were decided that they are a form of gambling and the loot boxes have to be removed from the games. The Minister of Justice of Belgium, Koen Jeans, I think that's how it's pronounced, he wants to meet with the developers to find out some options for moving forward. And if they don't remove the loot boxes, they could potentially face a fine of up to 800,000 euros, which is about $1 million, and a prison sentence of up to 5 years. I think especially that part is quite interesting. Obviously, this is the biggest success in what's could be called the war on loot boxes that started with the loot box controversy of Battlefront 2. Obviously, there were a few other countries that are already trying to regulate the use of loot boxes, including the United States of America, which I'm very proud of. But no country so far has just come out and said, no, loot boxes are bad and are illegal because they are a form of gambling. And I'm very proud that it is actually Belgium that did this. That it's a European country. It didn't have to be Canada, America, or Australia. I'm actually proud that it's one of the European countries. And you might be like, well, but sometimes you talk about that regulations are bad. Why is this regulation okay? Well, because this specific instance is actually hurting especially young people, especially teenagers and kids who just aren't mentally developed enough to be able to deal in gambling in such a pure form in their games. So obviously at this point we don't know what's going to happen to the future. There is a good chance that the developers of these big ass titles, because all of these titles are big, could be just banned from coming to Europe and potentially even to America if Interpol gets involved. Though I'm somewhat unsure whether they would want to get involved in something like this. But there is a chance that Belgium could just come out with an international, what's it called? The thing one day can arrest you anywhere in the world. You know what I mean. I just forgot a word for that right now. And we'll see what happens. I honestly think that loot boxes could stay in games. They could. But they need to be used, if anything, for purely cosmetic items. They should not be able to be traded for real world money, as then they are just a form of gambling. Because if you can win something that can be traded for money, you're just playing for money, theoretically. But ideally, I would just love to see them removed and companies to go back to the model where you just, oh, this is a nice skin, I will buy it for $3.99, and that's what you do. Because, you know, if you know what the price of an item is, it is much harder to justify spending money. Because let's say there's a super legendary skin for an Overwatch character, and you really, really want it. At the moment, you don't have another option than just to gamble on loot boxes, to spend like $50 until you get lucky. And potentially you could just not get lucky and you could spend thousands of dollars and still not get the skin. On top of that, you may be like, yeah, I'll spend $1, maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. But if it costs just literally $5, you'll be like, okay, this skin is nice, but do I want to spend $5? Maybe I don't. Maybe the skin isn't worth $5 to me. And then you don't spend anything. And on top of that, it's just not gambling. It teaches you that some things have value and that you just don't get stuff for random, because that is the biggest problem with fucking loot boxes at the moment. I've rambled about loot boxes many, many times, and I don't really want to ramble anymore, so I won't. And we will just go to the next topic, which is about Microsoft that is now being sued for potential patent infringement. The lawsuit has been filed against Microsoft by a studio called Infernal Technologies and Terminal Reality. And if you don't know, Terminal Reality is the studio behind games like Nocturne, Blood Rain, The Walking Dead Survival Instinct, and they also created the Infernal engine. And obviously this engine has been licensed to many, many studios out there, as it is common practice. And the two patents in question are 6,362,822, that's the number of the first patent, and the other one is 7,061,488. Both of the patents are entitled Lighting and Shadowing Methods and Arrangements for Use in Computer Graphic Simulations. You can find these patents online, as they're available online. I don't have enough technical knowledge to actually tell you what specifically they do. What is just clear from the name, that they do have something to do with lighting and shadows effects in games. And the lawsuit is about a few games that were developed by Microsoft, including big titles like Halo 5, Forza, Sea of Thieves, infringed on these patents. And the companies are claiming that Microsoft has been aware that the technology has been patented ever since 2005. And there is actually some evidence to back the fact that Microsoft did know about it, because they wanted to file a patent themselves, but they were rejected because of these two patents. So we'll see. My guess is this will just end in a settlement. They will get some money and they will be very, very happy. But we'll see. And with that being said, that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please consider giving us a thumbs up here on YouTube and subscribing to the channel. If you're watching on Steam, maybe you want to give us an upvote and follow the blog. Either way, be sure to leave a comment and be sure to tune in tomorrow for more gaming news, as we are your source of daily gaming news every single day. See you guys later with more gaming content.